Well, the decision is now up to a jury. Did Kevin Smith shoot federal judge Terrence Berg as part of a botched robbery attempt? 7 Action News reporter Dave Llewellyn has been following this case for us, and he joins us live from outside Wayne County Circuit Court with more on today's developments. Dave?
Carolyn, jurors spent nearly 3 hours deliberating today without reaching a verdict. Late this afternoon, they asked for transcripts to answer some of their remaining questions. Kevin Smith, the suspect in this case, faces a number of charges, including assault with intent to commit murder.
Well, I just know that gun was never recovered from my house.
Kevin Smith took the stand again this morning and insisted he did not own the gun that was used to shoot Judge Berg outside his home on the night of March 5th of last year. The judge was shot in the leg after he refused to let a man with a gun inside his home to rob the family. Berg testified during the trial that the man who confronted him had distinctive eyes, but that he could not positively identify Smith as the man who pulled the trigger. Assistant Wayne County Prosecutor Robert Moran told the jury the evidence points directly to Smith.
And it's proved by the testimony of the witnesses who came in and the testimony of the physical evidence, the text messages, the guns that were recovered, the masks that were recovered, the clothing that was recovered, the casings that were recovered, the shells that were recovered.
Moran said Smith was part of a crime ring that operated between January and May of last year. A co-conspirator, Robert Williams, testified he was with Smith the night of the shooting. He took a plea deal to testify against his friend from childhood.
That armed robbery means that you have a weapon, that you use a weapon for force or violence against someone else, armed with that weapon, in the course of committing a larceny. In this case, the course of committing a larceny was the plan to rob Judge Berg and his family.
It will be up to the jury now to decide the fate of the 23-year-old Detroit resident. His attorney says his client is innocent.
As to Judge Berg's house and the event of that, my client courageously has maintained his innocence in this matter and come before you and vehemently denied it was him. And I think we've established a reason to doubt.
And that'll ultimately be up to the jury. They'll get back to work tomorrow morning at 9. Smith turned down a plea deal prior to the trial. If convicted of the charges of shooting the judge, he could face up to 30 years in prison. We're live outside Wayne County Circuit Court. Dave Llewellyn, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you much, Dave.